Welcome back, guys, to part 3 or day 2 of my wonderful little mining adventure. I'm at a place called the Homestake mine, I believe. This is a couple of the little homes that are abandoned on the place. This looks to be a leach pad, and if they were mining gold here, they would have been using cyanide to leach out the minerals. This looks like an old mill site, those concrete pads. This place is just littered with adits and shafts and all kinds of old workings. And then after we're done here, we're heading up the mountain and going back to that place where we got stuck to go on the other side of the wash to see what we can find over there. I am trying to visit 5 different mines today, so let's see how far we can get. This is beautiful looking adit. A little caved in around it, but that's okay. Look at that. Got some light going. It's actually pretty tall. Looks like that was probably a cave in. Maybe, oh wow. This is fairly recent-ish because this rock, you can really see the grain on this. Wow. A little stake in the wall is always neat to see. Huh?
Not the most stable rock.
No, what's this? That looks like some mica. That's why it's shiny. Real funky looking quartz. Oh wow, this is neat. This is an entire fault with black gouge in it. This stuff right here, the black stuff is gouge. Oh, it's probably some kind of a clay-ish, yeah. So when a fault is activated, meaning it moves, water was probably along this fault line, and while they're blasting or doing anything else, the fault will slip because the gouge gets wet and allows it to become slippery. So it's kind of interesting though. There's not like actual crystals and stuff. It's just kind of funky pieces of quartz. I seriously do get the creeps walking inside these things. That's why I go in so slow, just because I am scared of critters. But the geology inside them is amazing. There's some awesome breccia inside of this one and some really cool granitoids that are super pegmatic. I guess part of me is really hoping to find some form of treasure inside of one of them, like the Goonies. Slant downhill. But this is huge. Like, oh my gosh, it keeps going. Mining in this area of Arizona was super popular back in the day of these mines. People would stay down here inside of these mines for hours during the day and not see the light of day. I can't even describe to you how dark it is in here. Plus, I would be too scared to turn off my flashlight. I guess you'll have to take my word for it. I'm also sorry for the shaky flashlight. What is that?
What?
Those pieces of cactus?
Probably.
Maybe?
Probably packed up nest.
I have Dan with me because he is my protection.
No, there's a horizontal stope.
Careful, careful though. Dan,
What?
that's not cactus.
Okay.
You see what it is?
Yeah, it's a big cow.
Yeah.
It's a stope.
Someone dragged it in here?
Not really.
Like you can see how sturdy everything is built. What? Okay, so this would have been an extraction area or an ore chute going up into there. Well, that just takes you to a level up there. Looks like.
Yeah.
Look at this ore chute.
I don't think this wood is splintering, so.
Oh, but look how sturdy that is.
But the point is, like, if it's starting to splinter,
Oh yeah.
it means this thing is collapsing. So why'd they do that?
I don't know. It's usually they're trying to keep up part of the wall that is falling down. Oh, that's why. There's a whole nother level up there.
Wow.
That's why they did this. Like there's stuff coming through. There is whole. Do you need light?
No, I got one.
A survey tag.
So they put that here relatively recently.
No, I wouldn't say recently. This is odd. To put in a bridge across an area, that's not sketchy at all. Is that a drawer to something? There's some water. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. I think that's just a little area. They had full on a lot of power back here at one time. Wow, all this stuff up there. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Goes down a level still.
This goes down. Be extremely careful because this part goes up. What the hell? Oh man, that's amazing. Hang on, let's look at this and see. Oh wow, guys, that goes down so far that I can't even see the bottom. Way, way down in there. Oh my God. This was electric and a cable right there. Oh. And then it also goes up here, an entire another level, way up top. Big ass steel beams, look at them. Is that you?
That would be.
Okay.
You can see the light up there.
Yeah, I noticed. This is a weird splitter. An ore splitter, that's strange. Holy crap, though. So this is pretty awesome to be in here right now, guys.
Survey marker.
That is that area that goes up right there. And this is just really cool. There's so many neat aspects. Okay, and I'm walking across the very sketchy boards to get across that open area, which is creepy. Now, more likely than not, people have been down here, but they've probably taken out anything that would have been super interesting. Little ladder. And this particular mine isn't that old, but I mean, it's old enough to where they were using wooden ladders, you know? Dan had walked ahead at this point and was letting me know this was the end. At the very end down here, I found some explosive boxes that probably had blasting caps or some form of dynamite in them. And right in front of me is a really cool sheer fault. That's kind of neat. But this is the back end of the attic. They stopped drilling and mining in this area, and you never really know the reasons why, but it definitely looks like there was a critter back in here. There's like a blasting cable det cord, spool, and just some leftover boxes. There wasn't really anything awesome or much of note other than it was the end. It kind of sucks though it didn't keep going. I was really looking forward to it being a lot longer. Well, after not walking around in the other mines yesterday, it was cool to be able to come into this one. Yes, this would have been a gold mine. Huh? This was definitely a gold mine. Honestly, walking towards the entrance is quite a relief, but kind of a bummer because I didn't get to explore it further. And this is pretty big. I don't know if you can tell just by the size of it, but it's about 7 feet tall and about 9 feet wide. One of the biggest old underground mines I've been in a while. Here is the top portion of either the ventilation shaft or an entrance shaft that we saw down below. The ladder is still here. You can see down in there quite a ways. A little bit boarded up, but the ladder would have taken you straight down. That's what we were looking up at. This would have been a block area for a head frame. And you can see the timbers on the ground and the bolts, which would have allowed them to pull ore out of that chute right there. It's all rough concreted in. It looks like there was some leftover walls and they would have had some kind of building around this area too for shelter. I'm gonna go down here and see what is behind this fence. So it looks like this is going to be another attic. We'll see. So this is not exactly an attic. It's more like a shaft, but it goes straight down. You can see it going in that direction. This is kind of the thing that I'm not going to go down into because, yeah, you got to have equipment to get in there. And I don't usually bring all my climbing equipment on these trips. So, but you can see the giant, huge walls of very quartz-rich rock. And they were definitely looking for gold up here. Part of their old buildings. Probably a little, their house at the time. Storage. Looks like this was some kind of like a mobile home of some sort. You gotta be careful because of the nails. If this was an older trash pile, that would be very cool. I'm pretty leery about going inside of old buildings because of critters and insects, mainly wasps or bees. Really freak me out. Check it out. It's an old pin. Definitely, you know, it's oxidized with the green. It's copper penny. That's funny. Looks like it's 1974. I absolutely love finding old mines like this. Modern day explorer, adventurer. Looking for old mines that people have already worked and been to and just left behind. They tell such a great story and the hardships and things that they must have been through in order to do what they did to make a living. It's amazing. Well, guys, it looks like there's going to be a part 4 because I could not fit everything into one video. Next time on Ellie Knows Rocks, I see something from across the creek bed and I have to check it out. So I hike for hours until I find these adits. And then I saw a really cool rock and I found something I've never found before. So come back and be part of my next adventure.